Hi, this is a bit of a roundup about the support groups, online support groups, which are available for McArdle's and other muscle GSDs. Going way back, before my time, there was something called GSD Net, which I think was established about 30 years ago by someone called Kevin O'Donnell, and maybe others. It was an email-based system. So you submitted a message to it and it replicated that as an email out to everybody on the list. And it was a multinational and multi-GSD system, covering all GSDs. So of course, as things developed, more people were diagnosed and more GSDs were discovered, it got a little bit complex. And the system became a bit outdated with the advent of Facebook and other social media. So it still runs as a Facebook group, but not the email-based system. The big change for McArdle's came in 2008, I think it was, when Stacey Reason in Canada set up a Facebook group called McArdle's Disease. And that really started to take off. It was set up as a public group so that people could find it and read it and learn about McArdle's and decide whether they might be suffering from it. And so I think that helped it grow significantly. And in 2017, GSD was established as the international body for muscle GSDs. And at that point, GSD started to sort of take over the management of these groups. So the admission of new members, monitoring of what was being posted, the admins jointly making decisions, and significantly, I think, the admins being located around the world, so we were covering many time zones. And that's been hugely successful. We probably got something like half the diagnosed cases in the world are members of that Facebook group. It eventually went private a year or two ago because it was felt that people did want to keep their posts more private if they were talking about their lives with GSD. And that was finally made the decision. There are other Facebook groups also sort of managed by GSD. There's one for GSD7, Tarui disease, which is very similar to McArdle's, just slightly different. We believe only 100 to 200 people diagnosed with that worldwide. Then there's McArdle parents, being able to have a separate discussion between parents of McArdle children, which we keep separate from the main McArdle's Facebook group. Then there's ketosis in McArdle's. That was separated from the main group because it's such a dominating subject that we didn't want to overload the main group, and also didn't want people to think that ketosis was yet the mainstream approach to diet for McArdle's, because it's still not, if you like, supported by sufficient research, which is ongoing now. And then in 2020, we set up another one called GSD9D. This is a muscle GSD, but it's grouped in with other type 9s, A, B, and C, which are liver GSDs. So the type 9D people, who were very few in number, didn't really have a suitable home because the discussions were always about the liver variants of GSD9. There are, of course, many other small groups not managed by IAM-GSD, just ones that people have set up for their particular region of the country or for a group of particular friends, or there's one for the Walk Over Wales. Obviously that's a bit outdated now. So there are many other groups, but people should be a little bit careful that those are not being sort of monitored and run with any sort of control by the application of any rules and things. And then to give you an idea about the numbers, obviously these are approximate because it's changing all the time. The main McArdle's disease group has 2,300 members. The McArdle Parents Group has 180 members, which is really good. I mean, this covers not just parents of diagnosed people who are still children, but even children who've become adults. You know, their parents are welcome to be on the parents group because they've got the experience that can help the new parents, if you like. Then there's ketosis in McArdle's, which has 900 members. And then GSD 7 has 115, which is quite outstanding considering that it's published quite often that there are 100 cases diagnosed worldwide. We think actually there may be nearer 200, but to have 115 members of the group is brilliant. And then GSD 9D, the very rare muscle variant of GSD 9, that's just got 20 members, but that is pretty outstanding as well, considering the number of diagnosed cases, which nobody really knows, but it may only be about the 20 that we've got.
The automatic translation feature in Facebook is really very effective. So people can post in other languages as well as English. But there are also Facebook groups for McArdle's in different languages. I haven't been able to catch up with all of those, but certainly in French and German.
So that's it. That's the roundup of the Facebook support groups. Thank you very much. Bye.